What if Dumbledore raised Harry? Full script. What if Dumbledore raised Harry? Seriously, imagine if instead of leaving Harry on Privet Drive, Dumbledore took him in. Would Harry have grown up differently? Would he have been more powerful? Would he still have been humble? Or would he have become something entirely different? And most importantly, if Dumbledore had raised him, would Harry have ever been allowed to just be a child? If you enjoy exploring questions like this, deep dives, alternate timelines, character analysis, then this is the channel for you. There should be a subscribe button somewhere on your screen. If that's your thing, tap it now, and let's dive deeper into the world of magic, myth, and meaning. Now, the idea of Dumbledore raising Harry is a strange one, because in the books, Dumbledore is very clear. Harry must grow up away from fame, away from the wizarding world, away from anything that might shape him into a symbol rather than a person. But if we imagine a timeline where Dumbledore ignores all of that, or simply can't find another guardian, then the story changes immediately. First, Harry would grow up in a home full of magic. No cupboard under the stairs, no being told there's no such thing as magic. Instead, he would grow up with portraits talking to him, enchanted objects floating around, and Dumbledore teaching him small, harmless charms before breakfast. And in my opinion, that already creates a very different boy. A more confident boy, a more curious boy, but also a boy who grows up knowing he is special, because Dumbledore would never hide that from him. Imagine Harry at 8 or 9, learning basic magic from the greatest wizard of his time. Imagine the level of discipline, structure, and responsibility Dumbledore would have expected from him. Would Harry still be humble? Would he still relate to Ron? Would the Weasleys ever become his second family? Or would he look at them from a distance, almost as if he belonged to a different world? And this is where things start getting interesting. If Harry is raised by Dumbledore, he knows about Voldemort much earlier. Dumbledore would explain the prophecy far sooner, maybe not the full truth, but enough for Harry to grow up knowing he has a destiny. Not a destiny he chose, but a destiny he was born into. And if a child grows up with that kind of weight, does that child stay gentle? Or does he grow into someone more like Dumbledore himself? Quiet, watchful, incredibly powerful, incredibly controlled. Now here's something people forget. Dumbledore loved Harry, but he also used Harry. He needed Harry to be shaped in a very specific way. Would Harry, raised personally by Dumbledore, trust him more, or would he start questioning the man who always seems to know more than he says? Because in the books, Harry pushes back. He argues, he challenges, he demands answers. But if Dumbledore had raised him from childhood, Harry might see him as unquestionable, unchallengeable, almost like a father he could never disappoint. If you're enjoying this so far, do give the video a like. It really helps me keep making these and dive even deeper into Harry Potter lore. Now imagine Harry arriving at Hogwarts. He already knows advanced spells. He already knows every corridor. He knows the teachers. He knows the history. He knows more magic than any first year should. And then he gets sorted. Would the sorting hat push him toward Gryffindor? Or, raised by Dumbledore, shaped by discipline, could Harry actually end up in Ravenclaw? Or even Slytherin? Remember, the sorting hat once said he would have done well in Slytherin. Ambition isn't always dark. Guidance matters. Mentor matters. Environment matters. And Harry's entire environment would be different. Ron would probably still like Harry. But would they connect? Would Ron see him as too clever, too perfect, too privileged? Would Hermione see him as a rival rather than a friend? And here's the part of the story that changes everything. Voldemort. The Harry who Dumbledore raises isn't walking blind into danger. He knows things. He observes things. He isn't manipulated as easily. And Voldemort would sense this. He would realize early that this version of Harry is not the scared boy from Privet Drive. He is someone trained, someone educated, someone raised by his greatest enemy. Their final battle becomes different. Less emotional, more strategic. Almost like two generals who have been preparing for each other their entire lives. So would Harry still win? I would think yes. But not in the same way. It wouldn't be bravery pulling him through. It would be knowledge, discipline, and a sense of duty that he never chose, but accepted. And this leads to the final question. Was Dumbledore right not to raise him? In my opinion, yes. Because if Dumbledore had raised Harry, he might have shaped him into a soldier, not a person. Harry's greatest strength was always compassion, instinct, and intuition, qualities forged through pain, loss, and genuine human connection. If Dumbledore had raised him, Harry might have become brilliant, but he might never have become Harry Potter. On screen now, I answer, what if Harry accepted Draco's friendship? Another alternate world where one choice changes everything. Click it, and I'll meet you there.